A general lies asleep in a stranger's tent. He believes he is safe. He believes he has escaped the battlefield, escaped the enemy, escaped death itself. He is wrong. The woman standing over him has no army, no blade, no soldier's training, only a hammer, a tent peg, and a choice that will end his life and change the fate of a nation. Her name is Jael, and what she is about to do will be remembered for 3,000 years. 20 years before that tent, before that hammer, Israel is not a nation of warriors. It is a nation of the crushed. But under a palm tree between Ramah and Bethel sits a woman the people call a prophetess and a judge. Her name is Deborah, and she alone speaks with the kind of authority no army has dared to challenge in a generation. Deborah summons a man named Barak, commander of the tribe of Naphtali, and gives him an order that sounds almost like madness. Gather 10,000 men and meet Sisera's 900 iron chariots in open battle. For 20 years, a Canaanite king named Jabin has ruled over them with an iron fist, literally. His military commander, a man named Sisera, commands 900 iron chariots, a force so advanced that no army in the region dares stand against it. The roads lie abandoned, farmers hide their tools, villages pay tribute simply to be left alone. Barak hesitates. Chariots against foot soldiers is not a battle, it is a slaughter waiting to happen. He tells Deborah he will go to war if she goes with him. Deborah agrees, but warns him that if she goes, the honor of the final victory will not belong to him. It will belong to a woman. Barak has no idea how literally that warning will come true. Sisera hears that Israel has gathered an army and marches out his 900 iron chariots to crush the rebellion before it can spread. He positions his forces along the Kishon River, open, flat ground, perfect terrain for chariots to run down foot soldiers like wheat before a scythe. It should be over in minutes. But something happens that no general could have planned for. The sky breaks open, rain floods the valley, and the Kishon River rises fast, turning the battlefield into a swamp. Iron chariots, Sisera's greatest weapon, become 900 iron coffins, sunk axle deep in mud. Barak's men descend from the high ground and do what should have been impossible. They rout Sisera's entire army. Not a single chariot escapes, not a single soldier survives the counterattack, except one man. Sisera, the general who has terrorized Israel for 20 years, leaps from his own chariot and runs, not towards his fortress, not towards reinforcements. He runs alone, on foot, in the direction of the one place he believes no one will think to look. The tents of a man named Heber the Kenite. Heber's clan has a peace treaty with King Jabin. To Sisera, exhausted and desperate, this camp looks like the safest place on earth. And standing at the entrance of one tent is a woman named Jael, Heber's wife. She sees him coming, a general of Israel's enemy, alone, unarmed, running for his life. And instead of turning him away, she does something unexpected. "Come, my lord, come right in," she tells him. "Don't be afraid." She hides him under a blanket, and when he asks for water, she gives him something richer, milk from a skin, a small comfort meant to put a desperate man at ease. Sisera, believing himself finally safe, asks one final thing of her. Stand at the entrance of the tent, and if anyone comes asking whether a man is hidden inside, tell them no. Within moments, the general who commanded 900 iron chariots is asleep, undone not by an army, but by exhaustion, in the tent of a woman he has never met. And Jael makes a decision that no one asked her to make. She is not a soldier. She owes Sisera nothing, and owes Israel nothing either, technically, given her clan's treaty with his king. But she picks up a tent peg in one hand, a hammer in the other, and moves as quietly as she has moved 1,000 times before, driving stakes into the ground to secure her home. Only this time, the stake is not going into the ground. In one motion, she drives the peg through his temple into the ground beneath him. Sisera dies without ever waking. The most feared military commander in the region, the man whose name alone emptied villages for 20 years, is killed not on a battlefield, but by a woman with a hammer inside her own tent. Moments later, Barak arrives, still chasing the man he believes has escaped him. Jael steps out of her tent to meet him. "Come," she says, "I will show you the man you are looking for." Barak finds Sisera exactly where Deborah's warning said the victory would go, not to himself, but to a woman. The prophecy spoken back at the palm tree, the one that seemed like a strange condition at the time, has come true in the most literal way imaginable. Deborah and Barak sing of victory that day, a song still recorded for those who read the history, praising Jael above every soldier, calling her most blessed of women, a woman who accomplished with a hammer what an entire army could not finish alone. The land is said to have peace for the next 40 years. Jael was never a soldier. She never trained for war, never held a sword, never stood on a battlefield. And yet history remembers her not as a footnote, but as the one who ended what an army of 10,000 could not finish alone. This has been the story of Jael.